Hi, Online 105 students. We are at the end of the first week, beginning of the second week, and some of you have been working on your quizzes. And I wanted to give you a couple of tips about how to improve your score when you retake the review quiz. Remember, you can take it up to 3 times. So I want to show you how to review your score once you have one, and I also want to show you some things about the study plan. I've had a few questions about that. It's not a required part of the course, but I thought some of you might want to know about it. So first, let's take a look at how you can see your review quiz scores and how you can learn from it. So what I've done is I've gone in as a student, I pretended I was a student, and I took the quiz. And I got some questions right, I got some questions wrong, and I left some blank, pretending that I just didn't know how to do them. So if I want to know how I did on that, and I've already closed out of the quiz, then what I do is I come over here on the left and I find the link to Gradebook. So you should have all of your homework scores in here. I haven't done every single homework problem, so I don't have that. But as a pretend student, here I have review quiz number 1. You can see that I spent 4 minutes on it, which could explain the 46%. And so if I want to see all the questions again, what I answered and what the correct answer was, I can click right here on review. And that's going to open up my quiz, hopefully. Okay, so here I can see my questions. I can see that I got number 1, 2, 3 correct, and I got number 4 wrong. So let's take a look at that one. The answer that's showing here is the correct answer. And then if I hover my mouse over that spot, I can see what I put in. And that's one that I pretended like I didn't know how to do, so I just left it blank. Now, if I wanted to review this type of question before I retook the quiz, there's a couple ways to do that. The main one is to come over here on the right, and right up here in the corner it says 6.1.75, and what that means is that that quiz question is just like the homework question from section 6.1, problem number 75. So you can open up your book and take a look at that and see that question. If I look at another one that I missed, okay, so here's why I missed this one. The equation of the line is y equals negative x plus 8, and it says that I answered y equals negative x plus 8. So what's wrong with that? Well, they already gave me the y equals, and I retyped the y equals, which is actually a really common mistake that students make, and I actually didn't intend to miss that one. So there you go. So next time I know I don't have to type in the y equals. And if I had missed it for a conceptual reason, I could come over here and see that that came from section 3.7 and it's problem number 59. Okay? So you can do that for all of them. Open them up, see what you missed. This one in particular I've had a lot of questions about because you didn't have an explicit one just like this in your homework, but if you want to see it, it's 3.8, number 55. Okay, so that's how you review your quiz results. Now I want to tell you about study plan. Study plan is not required for the course, but for those of you that want extra tips on what you need to work on, this is where you can get them. So the first thing you're going to do is come over here to the left side and click on study plan. And it's going to possibly bring up nothing, possibly bring up something. If you've taken a quiz, the problems that you miss on a quiz feed into this, and the system keeps track of what you've made mistakes on and can give you help. So the first thing I would do is come over here to view all chapters. And notice that you have an option of show all or show what I need to study. So what this does, when I click on show what I need to study, it says that I need to practice some things in chapter 3 and chapter 6. Those are probably the problems on that quiz that I just missed. It also has something here from chapter 7 that's marked, probably because that information about functions that shows up in chapter 3 reappears in chapter 7. So what I can do is I can open this up. I can see these types of questions. You know, there's a little pin here. Again, none of this is required, but these are just extra problems to practice that are just like the ones that you missed on the quiz, or at least involve the similar concept. So, you know, it would be a lot to do all of these problems, but you can do some of them. You can open them up. They work just like homework problems in that all of the help is there for you, but you don't have to do them. You're not earning points towards your grade. The only thing you're doing is reviewing for the quiz. So you can go back to, again, I'm going back to show what I need to study, and here's sorted by objective. Find the slope from a graph, find the slope of a line given 2 points. This is everything from chapter 3. These are extra homework problems. The ones with the push pins next to them are the ones that are like quiz questions that you've missed. The ones with nothing next to them are just extra problems. So that's how you use the study plan.